All right, we should be good now. New Windows update and everything is all jacked up. Missed our qualifying session. Apologize for that, folks. But we are here. We are live. We are ready to go at Stafford Speedway. 20-lap inverted sprint race right now. Garrett Boyd on the pole with Connor Smith on his outside. Then Barry Hines and Jesse Thomas in row 2. John Brunner and Alan Payne, the third row. Jeff Werdeman, Wesley Whitfield in row number 4. Andrew Perry and Brendan Slow in row number 5. And our sixth and final row, your two quickest qualifiers for the evening, is going to be Marvin Turnmeyer, the 16, and Reed Rundle in the 43. Where these drivers finish in this 20-lap sprint race is where they will start the feature. Garrett Boyd to the back. So, bad dog, no biscuit, naughty boy, not sure what happened there. But the 21 car going to the rear of the field to start this one. So that'll move Connor Smith in that 57 car and Barry Hines in the 57 and Connor Smith in the 83 up to our front row. This guy's going to be getting ready to go green here. Short track showdown series from the famous Stafford Motor Speedway. Just a dozen cars this evening. I'm sure a lot of people are over at Slinger watching the Slinger Nationals right now. So, hello, Vinny Sansone. Or no, Vinny, I'm sorry. Get you in that multi-stream. Hopefully you guys have fun. Everybody stick around. Make sure you say hi in the chat. Let us know if you're pulling for a particular driver. You got a favorite one. Pace truck out of the way, ready to go to the green flag.
Green, green, green.
By 2. This place kind of bumpy down in the corners, as I recall. It's not the smoothest track in the world. Just a little bumpy down there, and you get down on the flat, it'll really free the car up for you. Barry Hines grabbing the early lead here. John Brunner moves his way to second, and Connor Smith, Jesse Thomas, and Werdeman are going at it side by side. The 81 of Werdeman wants to clear Thomas. 2 weeks, huh? All right. Ready to see that. What? Oh, yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah. That's right. Off tonight and then off next week. Oh, there goes Andrew Perry. Slide through the grass. He's going to gently bump it into the fence. Let's go see if we can take a look at what happened to Andrew Perry here. A real quick rewind, and I think it's just a tiny bit of contact coming up off the corner. Yep, they just barely touch. And then we're going to go take a look. I don't know if Connor Smith actually crashes here or not, but you can see there goes Perry and Smith. Yeah, he's going to go around off the nose of the 46, and so 2 incidents at the same time, and a caution should fix both of those up. I don't think much damage to either car. Yeah, Smith's got a little bit on the right front, but he should be okay. So 2-3 laps into this, and Hines, Brunner, Werdeman, Thomas, Payne, Rundle has already made his way up to 6. Turnmeyer right behind him in 7th. Slow, Boyd, or Whitfield, Slow, Boyd, and then the 2 spinners, Perry and Smith. Yeah, man, you bring a bunch of guys to cheer you on when you come to race, so you definitely need to be back in a couple. You need to go race on Sunday night with MDR. Or MARS, I'm sorry. MARS. everybody getting them single filed up. They'll get ready to double file them this time as we come by the front stretch here. We'll get ready to restart. About 17 laps still going to be on the board. It's just the sprint portion right now. A 40-lap feature. They start in the order they finish right here. Hines and Brunner, then Werdeman and Payne. Turnmeyer.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag, back over the Speedway. Barry Hines once again with a great start. Now we're going to look back further. I think that's Turnmeyer. That's around. Marvin Turnmeyer. Let's go back and see. This is right on the start. Still in the corner, gets a little help from behind. 07. Wes Whitfield got into him. Boyd got stopped. I think he got a little piece, but he got stopped. Able to get going again. Short track woes. That is what's going on here. Let's fix this real quick. Drivers trying to figure out where they belong in the running order. I'm not sure these guys should be passing the pace car. Yeah, maybe they should. Now they're showing 20-some laps. They were showing at the front, and they were showing the correct gap. So. Back to the front. We should get the one to go this time around. We almost had to miss the broadcast tonight for a couple of reasons. First reason was midgets were in town, so we were really considering going to that. And then we got ready to start this thing. It seemed like the computer just wanted to do backward stuff. Nothing wanted to open and stay open, but a Windows update was pending and trying to take over the machine. So get all that out of the way, get ready to go back to green. 16 laps still remaining in this 20-lap sprint race. Looks like all 12 cars still on the track.
Green, green, green.
Hines got another great start on the outside, or on the inside. He's counterpad on the outside. John Brunner has not been able to get a good start. And he falls in line quickly, but I don't know if the outside may have a shot to take the top spot if he could get a good start beside, but he hasn't yet. Looks like these guys are able to fight pretty hard side by side right here. That's Payne. Oh, and Rundle. They got touchy right there. And Payne is going to go way wide. He is going to try to close the door. He was 3 wide for a second. Slow was in the middle. Payne was on the top, and Boyd was on the bottom. And Garrett Boyd, discretion being the better part of valor, he decided to back right out of it. Now works his way around on the inside of that 45 machine to take the spot. He is following 24, and they're working their way towards the front. Keeping the 57 car on a pretty good groove. He's starting to put a pretty good gap in these guys. Inside on Brunner. And Rundle's got 2. Oh, Brunner comes across the track. I think he crushed the left front. of the 24. Now they're going to make more contact. Cars off in the grass, getting slow. Looks like everybody's going to continue to stay green, but Hines has got the lead, 1.5 seconds over this battle right here. And Rundle took the spot away from Werdeman while we were watching all that calamity at the back. So Werdeman's third, slow, kept it square, got it to fourth. Andrew Perry with a good recovery after an early spin has worked his way back inside the top 5. Turnmeyer's right behind him. There's a little gap back to Whitfield in the 07. Brunner settled in back in 8th finally. Alan Payne behind that. Jesse Thomas, Connor Smith, and Garrett Boyd. As Boyd has had nothing but problems in this feature. Started and went to the back. Worked his way up and then got into a couple of spins. You see guys losing the back ends left and right here. Almost looks like we're dirt track racing. It's Andrew Perry in the 33 and Brandon Sloan the 24. Fourth and fifth right now. Not much going on up front, but Rundle is starting to close the gap as the laps tick down. He's got it down to around half a second right now. Hines using that apron to try to free the car up. Rundle's going even deeper. He's going to have to come across that line. And he's clicking it off about a 10th a lap. He'll get about 700s here. It'll average a 10th a lap the last 3 laps. It is close. They are starting to break away from Werdeman. Werdeman's slowing down just a little bit here. He's got a good spot. He's in 3rd. That's inside the 2nd row for the start on the big feature. But I think Rundle wants to go back to front. Now he's got it down to 2/10 with 5 to go.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Caution
is out.
at the back of the field. It's going to be the back of the field. Here we see the 21. That's Garrett Boyd. He's trying to make a pass. Brunner is right there. Boyd got on this flat part, and then the car tightened up a bit, and he went right across the nose. Kind of spun himself out there. So it'll settle things down just a little bit. It will still be Hines out in front, Rundle 2nd, Werdeman 3rd, Slow 4th, Perry 5th, Turnmeyer, Whitfield, Payne, Thomas, Brunner, Smith, and then Boyd, who is in the infield right now. And I would imagine that he is probably just going to take his medicine, let him fix the car, wrap this thing up, and he's going to start at the back of tonight's 40-lap feature race. Maybe not. He is going to come out and see if he can pick up a couple of spots. He rolls it off pit road back there. One set of tires per session for these guys. They do get a quick fix. So if they want to go to pit road and get their car repaired after damage, honestly, as small as the tracks are, a lot of these are not aero dependent, and so fixing damage on the car really doesn't do much for it. You can't change tires, so not a lot of reason to go to pit road unless you just are really torn up. We've been off for a while, so I hope everybody had a good holiday. Ready for some racing action. Racing tonight, possibly Thursday night coverage. Depends on if Mighty Midgets are going in their car count. And we'll be back on Sunday. And I think we're going to try to do Sunday and Monday next week. Summertime and things start to get slow. We thought we were going to pick up a little bit. And seems like a lot of people have kind of put the halt on some things for the summer. And with the weather patterns we've had, it's kind of hard to plan much out. So, all right, 4 laps to go. We take the green right here. Not really. Oh boy, pushing, shoving, cars getting out of shape and wiggling. Werdeman's going to go right back around as Rundle got pushed from behind on that restart by Brandon Slow. Now he's going to fight back on the top side and take the spot back, but Hines way out in front. He is 8/10 of a second. This is third, fourth, and fifth. Werdeman, Perry, and Brandon Slow right there. Slow's going to peel it back, stick it into the 5th spot behind Andrew Perry. And he's immediately going to get a challenge on the inside from Wes Whitfield. Whitfield has got a clear turn line. Turn line banks it off the turn 4 fence. Coming around this time, it's going to be 1 lap to go. Barry Hines is going to see that white flag first. Man, Reed Rundle has closed that gap. He cut it in half. He's got about 5/10 off. I just think he's out of time. It's too hard to set up a pass in one set of corners here. Unless he gets down there and gets to the bumper and really gets Hines out of shape. I think 1-2 is going to be Hines and then Rundle. And then it'll be Werdeman, Perry, Slow, Whitfield, Turnbuckle, Thomas, Brunner, Boyd, Payne, Smith, and then Payne. And that's how they're going to start tonight's big feature. Let's see. Barry Hines he's actually around. Let's grab him real quick and let's talk to him. Barry Hines, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, flag to flag basically there for the 20-lap sprint. There at the end, looked like Reed Rundle was closing in. What do you got for these boys in the feature?
I don't know, man. Reed's pretty quick. He was closing up on me. I was just trying to hold him off. I get a little loose coming out of 4, so I don't know what I'm going to have for him. Hopefully, I can stick up there in the top 5 on the race deal there.
Yeah, twice as many laps in this place. And I recall that it was a little bumpy in the corners, but if you went down on the flat, it would actually kind of loosen the car up a little bit, and it actually would help it rotate if the car was, at least halfway set up right. How is it tonight when you guys get down there on the flat? Does it free the car up quite a bit?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely freeing it up a lot. I can tell a big difference if I stay above that line or if I go down to the flat. If I stay above the line, I'm a little snug. If I go down there below it, it does free me up, but I think it freed me up a little bit too much there at the end.
All right, man. Well, getting the start on the pole tonight. You led the first 20. We'll see if we can lead the last 40, and maybe we'll get a chance to talk to you at the end of this thing on the podium somewhere.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all very much.
Barry Hines picking up the win in the 20-lap sprint tonight. Drivers out making a few laps. Just about a minute in between sessions here. Let's try to grab Reed Rundle real quick. Reed Rundle, you there, buddy? Reed Rundle, are you there? You got a copy? Hello.
I'm here.
Hey, man. So you started at the back. You got your way up there to second, and you had to do a whole lot of chasing, but you were able to run him down. What's the secret to getting around here that quick?
A lot of patience. Let it roll into the corner and just wait to get it back on the gas. It's you can push really easy here, and if you open up the bottom, anybody that can make it stick is gonna jump down there. So, yeah, we tried to be patient, and that last restart I missed a shift and kind of got jacked up. Otherwise, I would have gave it a run on the outside to see if I could have got him.
I was getting ready to ask you here with 40 laps, and you're going to start outside the front row. Are you going to try to challenge quickly there? See if you can time up the start and maybe use that top side to get around and get clear?
Yeah, that'll be the only way is if I can get the run. If not, I don't want to get hung out there either. So, that's the other thing. You get freight trained pretty easy if you do get hung out there. So we'll just, like I said, last week we dropped back a couple of spots or a few spots and managed to make our way back up. We'll be patient and we'll go.
All right, man. Well, good luck to you in the big 40 lapper. Hopefully we'll get to talk to you at the end of it.
Thank you, buddy.
Reed Arundel, he's going to start outside the front row. Let's get down here, take a look at how they will be lining up. Yeah, Hines and Arundel. Then Werdeman and Perry. That's your second row. Slow and Whitfield in row number 3. Turnmeyer and Thomas, row number 4. Brunner and Boyd in that 5th row. And we'll round things out with Smith and Payne in row number 6. Waiting for cars to roll off the grid. Here they go. 40 laps the distance. Fairly unique format where they bring them in and qualify them. They invert the entire field and they run 20 laps to see if these guys can improve their starting positions. Barry Hines inherited the front row and Garrett Boyd went to the back to start things. And he never relinquished that. We'll see what happens here in the feature. Fresh set of shoes on it. But they do not get to change their tires again. Like I said before, they get the one reset. They can go in and fix some damage. No tires are available. So 40 laps the distance. Lights off on our pace vehicle, ready to go green this time out of 2. Or out of 4, I mean.
Green, green, green.
And the green flag in the air. I'm not sure. Very good run on the high side here. He's going to try to slip right into that gap, and he is going to do so. Now he'll just bide his time and go on the attack. Rundle second. Werdeman is third, clearly. Perry got clear. He got into fourth. Slow got into 5th, and it's 2 wide behind that with Turnmeyer and Whitfield. And John Brunner is keeping himself right in the middle of this thing. Now we're not single file quite yet. Turnmeyer goes all the way to the flat. He's trying to show the nose to the 24 and Brandon Slow. Cart turn. That
All right,
is.
man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
John Brunner. Yeah, that's who that was. Yeah, I thought so. Brunner got a bunch of Whitfield on the outside. Whitfield got a little loose. Brunner got a little loose, and I think that's just a meeting of the minds. And then John Brunner's car. Oh, and he's just letting that go everywhere. Wow. Got hit pretty hard. Could have broken the brakes on it. So we get a couple of laps in the books. And I'm seeing Reed Rundle out in front. I did not see the pass. But he must have somehow inched his way in front of Barry Hines before the yellow flag came out, because Rundle now is at the point. That might spell doom for the rest of this field, because he was clearly the fastest car in the last session. Alrighty. Light should go off on our pace truck right here. Yellow flag. Nope, not yet. Not yet. Do we still have cars on pit? We do. We still have a car on pit road. John Brunner is still trying to get some things worked out. They towed that car back, and I'm sure they're taking a look and see. But as soon as it's fixed, he'll probably be able to roll that thing right back out. Just has to wait for the tow truck session to end for him. Reed, Rundle, Barry, Hines, Jeff, Werdemander, Perry, Brandon, Slow. That's your top 5. Turnmeyer is still up here in 6th. Whitfield's on the outside. He's probably going to move to the inside here. He's got damage on the front, but I don't think it's going to affect him a lot. Thomas is going to line up outside there. Then Payne and Smith. Boyd has joined the back. And John Brunner still. Waiting to see. So he will end up being some laps down, depending on how this restart goes.
Green flag, green flag.
Brunner was rolling off pit road. I saw him going around turn 2 right there on that little pit access. So he stayed on the lead lap, got the car out in front of everybody. Now he just needs a caution so he can catch up to the back of the field and start racing for positions again. We're coming out of 4, and he is just now going into turn 1. So he's got about a straightaway now. Reed Rundle starting to get away from Barry Hines. Hines has got Werdeman behind, and then Perry. Turnmeyer got around slow. And now Whitfield and Thomas are still side by side, arguing over 7th and 8th place. Looks like Payne is going to put his nose in the inside of that 10 car. Try to make it a battle for 8th and 9th now, as there's John Brunner. That car super slow on the top. May not have been. He's got a right side there still. Stretched it out to a full second. There's a car backwards.
All right, man,
and
caution is out. Caution is
we're
out.
going to see Alan Payne go around right here. The red, white, and black car here. Going through the corner. Got on the flat car, got a little tight. He got a little help. Then he got a little more help from the same driver. He said, well, if once is good, 2 or 3 times has to be better. But it looked like that didn't free up Thomas's car. It looked like that actually made his car really tight when he got down there on that apron. And he had to slow up just a little bit. Alan Payne, I'm sorry, I said Thomas, but it's Alan Payne. Brunner goes by. He's going to get his lap back as he gets the wave around. So he'll get back on the lead lap even with the damage. Rundle, Hines, Werdeman, Perry, Turnmeyer now in the top 5. Slow, Whitfield, Boyd up to 8th. Smith 9th. Payne is still 10th. Then Thomas to the back. And Brunner is going to be back on the lead lap, I think. It says 2 laps down, but I'm having a hard time with that. Because they didn't get a lap in. He got out at the drop of the green. And I saw them lap him 1 time. So we'll see what it says after we get across town and scoring here. Brunner is at the back. Still registering a lap down here, but I don't think so. I actually think he's back on the lead lap. I think we just have to wait for timing and scoring to catch up again. Because it looks like we are extending our caution. Try to work this all out. Long ways to go. Still 33 laps remaining. We might get the one to go here. That'll double everybody up. Lights do go off on the pace vehicle, and everybody will work themselves into position. 2x2, get ready for the restart. You heard Rundle say he missed a shift in that 20 lapper at the end. And I think if you miss a shift on one of these restarts right here, it's mayhem and chaos in your future because everybody's so close together.
Green flag, green flag.
So if you want to spin your tires, but the green flag back out. Werdeman going to go on the attack. He's going after Hines quickly here. I think there's enough momentum off the top for Hines to hang on if he can get through 3 and 4. Without the scrape of the wall, might have gotten clear there. He is clear now. If he chooses to come down, and he tried, but the door left open too long. Has himself in a position. They're 2x2 for about 4 rows here. About a 90-mile-an-hour parking lot. Turnmeyer brings the 16 to the inside of the 57. Werdeman's clear in the second. Turnmeyer trying to follow him through. Almost 2 seconds the gap between second and the leader. Oh, and there's a tap as Hines got Turnmeyer.
All right, man, caution is out.
Yeah.
Caution is out.
Let's get in here closer and take a look. Cleared here, and then Hines got down and he tapped Turnmeyer getting in the corner, and it just kind of stacked everybody up. That'll shuffle the running order quite a bit because that is going to move a bunch of drivers to the back. Turnmeyer is going to go in, get the car looked at. So is Garrett Boyd. Right sides look like they're, yep, the whole right side and the back were caved in on that one. Turnmeyer already in and out of pit road. John Brunner still has damage on the right front, but he is back on the lead lap. Barry Hines, I think he elected to stay on the track. He probably should go in and get that fixed. Both sides of the nose are just crushed in and down. While aero not supremely important here, I think I'd want the air across the nose of my car to be going across there pretty clean, especially try to keep the front end down. Wes Whitfield still on pit road. I'm wondering if Whitfield had to tow because they should have already fixed that car and released him. But we'll keep an eye on our pace truck to find out if we have very many more laps of caution here. About 25% of the way through this thing. Turnmeyer back on pit road. I don't know who that was rolling off. Maybe Whitfield rolling off? Yeah, Whitfield was rolling out. So they finally release Wes Whitfield's car. It looks to me like the nose is still shoved in on that car. So I don't know what he was doing. All right, we're just waiting for the lights to go out and everybody to get doubled up. It looks like that is going to happen right here. Rundle and now Werdeman are going to be our front row. Perry and Slow. Then Smith and Payne are the third row. Thomas and Hines, Turnmeyer and Boyd. No, it's going to be Thomas and Turnmeyer. Turnmeyer on the outside of the fourth row. Maybe not. Maybe he's going to inside of that row. He's going to be on the
Green, green, green.
As we go back to green, still 28 laps remaining.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Caution
Caution
once
is out.
again, that was quick. We got down the corner, and I think everybody being jumbled up. Let's just go see if maybe. Yep, Thomas checked up for Smith, and Turnmeyer got in the back of him. Turning around, he had to go to the pit exit line, and he is going to. So short track action, and there's always bumping, beating, and banging. Check out and go to the back for his part in the incident. He and Thomas both rolling deep in this one. So Alan Payne's been keeping the 45 car about mid-pack. All 12, 13 laps that we have completed. See damage on the left front of Connor Smith's car. I don't know if he's used his. Let's see if we can see if he's been in the pits. He has not. Garrett Boyd has been in twice. Whitfield, Thomas, and Turnmeyer have all been. So it looks like the light's off on our pace truck. We're going to go green again. Just past the 25% mark. Not quite halfway. Rundle's still out in front. We'll see how the battle shapes up here. Teammates going at each other. Perry and Werdeman. Perry had the inside. Werdeman was stuck on the top. Perry goes right on by. Now we'll see. There's the 33 car. Started up front in the 20-lap sprint. Spun early. Went to the back and then started working his way back up. Ooh, Connor Smith pounds the outside wall out of 4. Checked a bunch of guys up behind him, and he is slowly going back through the field. He is all the way back to 10th, and he's going to be 11th by the time we get out of 3 and 4 because Turnmeyer has the inside. It opens the door for the 07 of Whitfield, so he went all the way to the back as he almost clipped that wall again on consecutive laps. Let's get back towards the front. It's 3/4 of a second is the gap from Rundle to Perry. And Perry was right down on the flat. Almost had to go sideways. He is really driving the car deep into the corners. Trying to let it roll and close in. Rundle maintaining lap times almost identical. 2017 to 2020 the last time on. Werdeman 2036, so falling back. Everybody behind that faster or slower than 2030. Go back to the front this time. A 13 and a 19. For your 2 leaders, and then a 56 in 3rd place. So the gap's starting to grow. The front 2 really breaking away from the field, and Rundle inching away from Perry lap over lap. They're staying about 8/100ths to 1/10 of a second. It's just about how much quicker Rundle is lapping than Perry. And Perry may be trying to save a little bit of rubber make a late race charge. We've crossed over the halfway point. We're going to have about 21 laps to go here. We're right at halfway, I'm sorry, this next time around. Brandon Sloat still in there in the 4th spot. Barry Hines has worked his way all the way back inside the top 5. He's filled up gears in the front of the car. Doesn't seem to be hurting it that much. Jesse Thomas, after the last caution, has worked his way from the back up to 6th. Garrett Boyd is 7th. Turnmeyer is 8th. Brunner 9th. Whitfield 10th. Payne is 11th. Is now Payne starting to fade. And then Connor Smith, with all those problems and knocking the wall multiple times, back in the 12th spot. Watching Reed Rumble get around here. Still put down the fastest lap, 2/10 of a second for that time. So he is out to 1.4 seconds. Perry still taking the car down the flat to try to get it to loosen up and turn. 2038, 2047, 2042. Werdeman now starting to pick things up and close in on his teammate. Slow, 2034. So he's got laps about the same time as your leader. A lot of 2039s back in the field. Thomas and Boyd both in that range. Reed Rundle 2037 the last time. So laps clicking off pretty quick here. We're down to 15 to go now. 1.4 seconds between 1st and 2nd place. And then it's another about a second back to Werdeman. And Werdeman is right on pace with these guys. 39, 33, and 34. Very slow. Kind of being held up, I think. It looks like the 24 car quite a bit faster. He's just catching him in spots where he really can't get in there and make anything work. Try to force a pass. Rumbles around, 13 to go this time. Perry, Werdeman, Slow, Hines, Thomas, Boyd up to 7th, and Turnmeyer still 8th. Whitfield, Runner, Payne, and Smith. And Smith starting to fall back off of the pack. Rundle showed he was fast in the 20-lap sprint. Started in the final row. Charged all the way up and challenged Hines a little bit. He had to run him down twice late in the game. He's taking the lead on about lap number 2 here. He's not been challenged for the entirety of the race. He's coming around. 10 laps to go. 2 handfuls of fingers from the starter stand. So Werdeman still can't shake the 24 car. He is not closing in on the car in front of him either. That time he was about a half a tenth faster. 24 all over him. Just cannot get there where he can root him up off of the bottom. And he's going to run out of laps to go catch anybody else. That time Werdeman got wide. Slow was not able to get there and take advantage. He couldn't get the nose inside. Force him to stay on the outside line, so you can bet Werdeman will get those left side tires down on the flat. And he'll take the 2.25 seconds from Rundle to Perry, 1st to 2nd. And then Werdeman here in 3rd and trying desperately to hang on to that podium finish. Thomas is still 4th. Boyd is 6th, but now Boyd has the inside. Can Boyd pull a top 5 out of this? It looks like he's going to clear and move into that 5th spot. 7 laps, try to get up there and catch the 24 and the 81. So he'll get his hat in the ring for the podium. Reed Rundle, steady, consistent, and smooth. And his lap times have just been 20:30 to 20:40 for about the last 20 laps. And he's going to come around, wave lap. Flagman shows him 5 to go. Now Andrew Perry really dropping off the pace, 2050s. At the same time as Werdeman and Slow. And Slow really putting the pressure on, but has not forced the issue yet. He wants a podium. He is definitely going to have to try to force the issue, make a mistake happen, and just root that 81 car up off the bottom. This may be it right here. Exit of 2, gets the nose to the inside. This may be the time to complete the pass for the 24. And he's going to get there. That time would have been bumped the fence. That opens it up and lets the 24 of Brandon Sloat into a podium spot as we come around with 2 to go. And a 3-second lead for Reed Rundle. 2 to go that time by the old popsicle sticks from the flag stand. And Reed Rundle pretty much on a Sunday drive. Got out front, really hasn't had to look back at all. White flag. 4 more corners. And the 43 machine will pick up the win here tonight at Stafford Motor Speedway. Pizza for everybody. Reed Rundle bringing it home under the checkered flag. He wins. Short Track Showdown Series. Andrew Perry second. Brandon Sloan third. Jeff Werdeman and Garrett Board hangs on for a top 5. Turnmeyer, Whitfield, Hines, Smith, Brunner, and Payne rounding out the field. So we'll give the guys a minute, get them back in here too. Talk to our drivers as we will watch the 24 car roll around here. Hopefully we can get Brandon into Discord tonight, as we'd really like to talk to him. I cannot do the on-track interviews. It's just too hard to get the sound levels right for that. So we really like the guys to come to the Discord channel and have a chat with us. But a great drive, regardless, for a 24 car. He started 5th tonight. Held on right there in that top 5 pretty much the entire night. And he had to make a late move to get that podium. So just waiting for the driver to show up. Andrew Perry is there as well. We're hoping Brandon makes it. I think we're going to move on. We're probably going to talk to our second place driver, and we hope Brandon can make it in. I know we talked to him, however, it was week 1 or week 3. But we definitely talked to him like that. Let's go talk to the driver in the 33 car, Andrew Perry, real quick. Andrew Perry, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing pretty good, man. You had some trouble in the 20-lapper, but it looked like the 33 was quick. You drove it all the way up here, and you're going to take it home second tonight, man. How was the night of racing here at Stafford Speedway?
It was good. Like you know, like you said, I had a little trouble in the 20-lapper, but I got lucky in the A main and missed some stuff, and I started riding there because we were really close on fuel, and I didn't think I had anything for Reed, so I was just kind of riding, hoping he ran out actually. But you know, we had a few laps left on the gas tank, but man, it was a good points night anyway.
Yeah, and after the break, coming back to this particular track, and there's a lot of history with this track, and the way you guys have to race it. How tough was it? Was the car getting pretty loose when you guys were getting down the flat?
Oh yeah, man. This thing, it slides all over the place. In the heat like this thing is greasy. It's just it's a handful. The flat, if you can hold it down there and don't throttle up too soon, it really helps it rotate. But it's hard to do. You're safer staying up on the track itself and just rolling the corner. But it's a handful. This track, I'm not going to say I'm a huge fan of it, but it's got so much history, you can't love it. You can't help but love it and appreciate it.
Well, an awesome run nonetheless, man. Give us some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you celebrate a hard-earned second place tonight.
Yes, sir. I'd like to thank Team 137. I'd like to thank Reed for everything he does, and Marvin for everything he does for this particular group, and AMP Grading and Demolition, Gentry Trucking, my virtual sponsors, and you guys for the awesome job you do up there in the booth. It's really fun to go back and watch this thing the next day.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate it. Congratulations on a great run, and we'll look forward to seeing you Sunday night over at Reed's.
10-4, you certainly will.
Andrew Perry finishing in second, and now we can move on to this guy. No broadcaster's curse for the 43 car tonight. He goes pretty much flag to flag. He took the lead on about lap number 2. He was never really challenged. Reed Rundle, good night for the pizza delivery car tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll take nights like this all the time.
Oh, you got to give free pizza to everybody now. We announced it, so just FYI.
All right. We'll take care of that as soon as we can, buddy. I'll take that out of the broadcast fund.
There we go. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun getting some free Little Caesars or something there, man. Yeah, tell us about your feature, because you really didn't get challenged, and your lap times, I got to say, probably the most consistent of anybody all night long, because we were watching them and we were comparing them there, especially with about 15 to go, and you were just consistently right in the 2030s and 2040, like low 2040s. Really didn't miss a tick. Was it really that easy tonight? Were you on a Sunday drive?
I don't know if you want to call it a Sunday drive anytime you're in these kind of things as far as that goes, but I do know that early on, I got out with a little bit of a gap, and I just kind of saved tires. I mean, all I needed was for somebody to make a late run that was saving tires, and if I had nothing left. So, that probably helped us there towards the end, with that 10, 15 laps to go, as I still had decent tires on me. Obviously, I haven't gotten a chance to check them now, but yeah, again, never a Sunday drive. I was lucky to be able to get out, and get past Barry right at the beginning and just kind of watch and see where we were sitting. I was a little concerned about fuel at one point with all the cautions we were having, so that was getting a little interesting, but it was good.
Well, an awesome run. Give us some shout-outs, some thank yous before we let you get out of here.
Yeah, well, first of all, I want to say one other thing, too. One of these nights I'm going to get a clean sweep. Mark my words.
Oh, you're gonna pole it and come win the 20-lapper and then win the feature?
Hey,
there's got to be bonus points involved in that, right?
If I wouldn't have missed the shift on that, I was going to give it all I could for Barry on the outside with that yellow that came out and everything in the 20-lapper. But we'll try as hard as we can every week to do it. But anyway, shout-outs. Obviously, Little Caesars Pizza, Solo Stove, Buddy's Racing Equipment, the wife for letting me have fun with this hobby. Shout out to my dad down in Florida. He's doing better. Hopefully he's watching tonight. As far as the short track Showdown series, it's been a great companion series with our Sunday night stuff. So we'll keep that going. You guys for the dirt racing, or I should say the Dirt Sim Sports Network now, moving forward, for always putting on a great show for us and making it fun to watch too. So thank you.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. I look forward to seeing you guys on Sunday night over at Mars.
Yeah, we'll be there. Have a good night.
Reed Arundel picking up the win tonight, and one position away from clean sweeping, and he got the quick qualifier for the evening. and he ended up second in the 20-lapper from starting at the back. So he definitely earned what he got tonight. He said he wants to do the clean sweep, so we'll see. There's a few races left in this deal. Let's take a quick look. We know what the results were, so we'll take a quick look at them. Rundle, Parent, Slow, 1, 2, 3. Then Werdeman, Boyd, Thomas, Turnmeyer, Whitfield, Hines, Smith, Brunner, and Payne rounding things out. Fun little track, like I said before. There's a lot of history. We didn't mean to click that, folks. A lot of history with this track, and it's fun to see guys get back out on it. So with this shootout series, it's definitely a lot of fun seeing cars, and especially this one. These guys really do a good job with this car, and this car races really well. I love having them on Sundays and Tuesdays. So don't forget that this Sunday, MARS is back. 8 o'clock Eastern, we go live and start with the racing. They do heat races and then a big 35-lap feature. So make sure that you mark your calendar, tune in for that. Hoping to be on next Monday as well. Trying to work some things out with Dirt Slingers to do some random car, random track stuff. And we'll see if that comes to fruition in the next few days. But I appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure you like, share, follow over on the Facebook page, Twitch, YouTube, and Trovo, since we are back with Trovo now. We've got that all worked out. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. You know, every time we go live. But for myself and everybody here at the Digital Sim Sports Network, until we see you the next time, keep the rough side down. Love everybody.